War is the ender of lives. For those born tomorrow, we wish peace.
Why? You could just come over and destroy us. Yeah, known fleets. We have seen their fleet. We should know that there is at least one fleet. You know what? I'm going to accept this. That's right, it's me, Scryptar. How you doing, folks? I'm doing fine, considering that we just lost our battle fleet. We're back with another episode of Master of Orion Conquer the Stars, and we're about to be conquered, I think. So, let's have a look at this. We had a pretty decisive battle, I think it was up here, and lost everything. We have 2 ships remaining, 2 active ships, which is 1 Titan here and 1 battleship down here, and of course we have our destroyer up here, which we don't need for anything. We still have our outposts in place, but against a force like what we've encountered, they don't stand a chance, not at all. We're working on artificial life. I like to keep it that way for the moment. Just flat boost in population growth. We've just colonized a number of worlds, so definitely something we would like to proceed with. After that, we are going with quantum fields is up here. We want the next shield. We want the planetary shield. And we get some modifications we don't need. Isn't the Gauss cannon... Where is it actually? Is it you? Yes, that is a non-energy weapon. Tiny projectiles, exactly. So this might be something that is not affected by our racial malus on energy weapons. Shield piercing, no range dissipation. So this goes straight through the shields to the hull. It does 30 damage. The best we have so far does what? 50? No, 35. But it needs to go through the shields, and this one goes right through the shields. So we're going to upgrade our attack weapons. Not the point defense phases, but at least our attacking phases to these. Space 8. Space 8 doesn't matter. Cost is actually less. The range is the same. The damage is a little bit less, but then again circumvents the shields and goes straight through the hull. So that will be our next main focus. Get this weapon out. Upgrade our ships as soon as we get there. And then get the shields and get the modifications so we can have enveloping. It says it's shield piercing, and yet you can make it enveloping, which means it hits the shields from all sides. It doesn't make any sense, right? This shouldn't be available for a projectile weapon. Auto fire might be nice. Continuous fire? It's not a beam. So continuous fire sounds to me like auto fire, because you just keep on shoving out projectiles. Alright. Something to think about maybe. Not at this stage. So what we're gonna do now is try to recover from this. We still have ships in production, right? Oh yeah. Every 9 turns we get a new ship. We just had one, so it will take some time until we get the next one. Every couple of turns here. We're going to step up production. We want this to continue as best as we can. We're going to use the money to buy whatever we can. So in the meantime, what other planets do we have that are good in production? Sort. Oh yeah, now we're getting this bug again. This 86 is really, really nice. We might put a few smaller ships in there that we can just knock out in 1 turn or 2 turns. We'll see. Otherwise, this is Titan production, this is battleship production. We keep at that. You're the next best. You're currently terraforming. Anything else? No. So we're going to move this terraforming project and we're going to do destroyer or frigate production instead. We want to have some more smaller ships to distract from the capital ships and to be able to fire upon the enemy, so we have some more weapons at the same time firing. It looks like that is what we have to do, considering that's the way they just blasted us. So Ship designer. We don't have any. Well, let's make some. I do want to have a destroyer. Do we want to have this or that? No. Forget it. We want to have this. Theme. Do we want to make it pretty? That's pretty enough, right? So, core systems. You take the antimatter drive. Thank you. We need to have you fast. You take the best armor. You take the best available computer. Do we need computers? I don't think we need computers. But we do need a shield. And now we're already out of space. Yeah, of course. We don't need any of this. Do we have any specials we want? This might definitely be nice. This also might be nice. Or do we go for shields? That's plus 30% of strength. This is twice the strength. That's just recharge rate. Well, in battle you don't have time to recharge really. So this doesn't really do us any good for the space it takes away. That's a weapon we could put on there. This doesn't take any space. So I'm going to take that. Then I like the extra strength. Yeah, I do like that. We take that as well. So, what do we do with the remaining, what, 80 weapons? Do we want any point defense or anything like that? We could do anti-missile rockets. Chance depends on the distance to the target, blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah. Or we could just go straight for whatever we can use as point defense weapons. We could use these, they're the cheapest ones. Well, that's 1.5 in size. Alright. Yeah, 66% out of 4. It's 1.5, sort of 1.3 or something. If we go for the next one, that's already bigger. So even with, well, size increased. Oh, you can't even go. Yeah, because you're not an energy weapon like this. You're a beam weapon or something like that. That would be the next one. Again, 66%. It's roughly the same. So 5 units here is at 65. 5 units here is at 63. That's better for size, and we just needed to shoot down missiles, so it doesn't really matter which one we take. We would have more accuracy with this. Don't really know if that affects point defense that much. What else? If we take phasers, they are twice the size. Yeah, that is a difference. Range 0.2. Also, range 50. Range 50. Damage is vastly different, but then again, it's point defense. Weapon damage 0.5. So we do 2.5 damage with these. And we do a lot more damage with these. Now, do we need that much damage? I do think when we shoot down missiles, we want to really shoot down missiles. So we are going to go with this guy. 10 and 8. What would you do? 12. That's 6. And this is what? 17.5. When I do this, this goes away. So this is already facing all sides. And I want 10 of those at least to be able to withstand a missile barrage. All of this is good against energy weapons. Well, these are good against everything, doesn't matter. But this is good against energy weapons. Projectile weapons go through shields, doesn't matter. And for missiles we need that. I do believe so. Now, how do we want to blast the enemy then? Missiles get shot down more often than not, and we are dealing with smaller ships. So with smaller ships we could actually just go with the 35 damage that we have, right? Make it like that. Now there's not any pop-up that would tell me how this changes size and production and all of that. which I think is annoying, because you get this over here. So why not here, where it says facing this direction is this modifier, facing that direction is that modifier? Alright, now what do we want to have? This is all size increase and I don't like that. Fires twice as often. Yeah, I think we go with standard here, because we don't really have space to put anything major on. It's just 5 beam weapons without any modifications. And the only thing we could really do is take this away. And then we would have 7. I like to be facing any direction so they can actually fire when they're surrounded. That is that. Nothing special. We could do, instead of reinforced hull, slap the battle pods on it. That would give us some more. So we could put more weapons on it, so we could deal more damage, but we can't sustain that much damage. And production costs go up by quite a bit. So let's say we do this. 217 production costs flat, that's it. If we do this instead, and then increase all of this. Just max it out. That's 100 more. So 50% more construction cost. But then we don't need many command points for this, right? I mean, if we do the other version and just knock out more ships, we are gonna take more command points. We doubled the use of command points because we basically need 2 ships to do the same job, right? We had 5 weapons before, now we have 9, and this is better than before. But we don't have that strength, that hull strength. Now if we do it the other way around, we have the hull strength so our ships can sustain more damage, so we don't dish out as much damage. In the end, that's a one-on-one trade-off, I'd say. And as long as you have overwhelming power from the enemies, I'd rather be able to reduce their numbers with every shot than trying to take 2 shots and trying to survive 2 shots from them. Defense is not bad, attack is not bad. I go with this one. I go with this one. This is this is an escort destroyer. But that doesn't fit, right? No, it doesn't fit. I can't even use a dot, really? Can I use anything other than letters? Yeah, well, numbers. Alphanumeric, that's it. Well, then it's just escort. That's a vast difference still, but hey, what can you do? As for you guys, you also just have 10 of those weapons, which is definitely not enough. Need to redesign this quite a bit. Drive is good, armor is good, Cybertronic computer I still don't think we really need that, but then again, it's just 30 production, it doesn't even count if you do 80 on a planet. We do need this if we have a lot of these. These are good against capital ships. And I think we have enough of those. We need more of this. Do we really need these? If we manage to stay out of range and fight a long range battle, I think these are quite nice because range is 60 units. Let's give some details on these. Doesn't give me a DPS, which is weird because they do some damage, but I don't know what damage. That's the same high yield payload of a bomber. Do we have bombers in here? No, we don't, so we can't even tell what the payload would be. I think it's the best torpedo you have, and we're lacking in torpedoes. 85 damage. Yeah, great against big targets, but then again, all our other weapons are great against big targets, so let's take that out. Why do we have so much hull capacity? This only takes 100. Oh, right, because we have that plus 25% thingy research. So, it's time to step up whatever we can do. Anything new? Do we have the multi-phase shields in here? No, we don't. I take that 30% extra. We have the shield capacitor. You can't move this around. This is not good. So, we have the missile retargeting system, we have the better hull, we have the better shield, we have the better energy weapons, and we have the better shield. Anything else? Don't need that, don't need that. Have that, don't want that. It's expensive enough as it is. Or do we? 286 on top of 1800. This is expensive. 488. If you put that on there, you need that on there. How does that change? 2450. Oh yeah, we'll make you a battle platform now. Take one off, just for good measure. Need more point defense. Although point defense was doing quite nicely. Against all those missiles, that really looked good. So, now, more missiles. As long as we have more missiles as they have point defense, we can dish out a beating. Give me more weapons. All of the weapons. So now we have a lot of room. We're already over the capacity we would have without this, right? How much do I actually get? Why doesn't it tell me? Substantial construction cost. Add equipment space. Yeah, how much? What is it, like 30%? 20%? If we take this off. Is still at 2450? What? How's this working out? Ah, now. 1750 versus 2450. That's 700, right? 700, 1400, 2100. That's a weird percentage. That's what, 66%? 33%? I can't math today. Forget about it. Doesn't matter anyway. 286 production costs. That is quite a bit. These are going to be expensive as hell. But they're gonna do damage as nothing else. Mass driver's accuracy is calculated like that of beam weapons. Don't we have that malus on beam weapons? That might be why it didn't work out. So we do need that computer. Should have read that before. Oh, there's bombers. Bombers fly out to the target, drop their payload. What payload? Single high-yield torpedo. Well, and they can be shot down like missiles. So if these arrive at the target while no missiles are flying at their target, or while the missiles are still out of range, these just get shot down by point defense. And then nothing happened. We need to recharge them and send them out again. We can just as well fire torpedoes. That's the same result. At least for the 100 space they take away. Or we really step up production and put a lot of these in. What can fighters do? Harass the enemy. Best point defense enabled energy weapon. Best armor targeting computer. And then we don't have enough space for the text. Great! And this is not even translated text. This is the original text from the game. They should have made that fit somehow, right? Or at least put a scroll bar in here. Shouldn't be too much difficulty to do so. Well, we could. These are not that expensive. We could just slap on, you know, 4 of these. And use those fighters to harass all those enemies. Well, you could do 5 and just take out a gun or so. This might be an option. Do we need anything against the big ships? Do we want to have the real hard hitters? 70 units. So we would be able to fire them before they come into range with any of their beam or other weapons. Not affected by jamming or point defense, which is good. So they can't be shot down? That's good. I like that. That gives me alpha damage, right? Well, they are bigger, 50%, but they do twice the damage. So our very first shot does twice the damage. And that's, what, 170 damage. That's not bad. That's also not too bad. It doesn't do anything with the damage. They're 50% faster. Cost 50% more, so we will have less total number, but we are able to get to the target faster. I don't really think that's needed. I want that. So we can make sure that they hit. Is that important? 50% more production costs, so we could have 50% more torpedoes on there and hope that most of them hit, or we have this and hope that more than most of them hit. I don't know. Slap them on there. Well, this is quite a difference, right? Front should be fine. I think for these front should be fine, because they are firing while we are steering towards the enemy. Stop that. 20 of those. That will hurt. Just more missiles. This is the wrong tooltip. This is not point defense. This is point defense. What are you? Heavy mount. Increases weapon range, which is good. So these fire way before anything else fires. These are even better than the torpedoes. That's 50, that's 75, and the torpedoes are 70, right? Pop-up would be nice when you hover over this to compare. Thank you. Weapon damage, firing cooldown, yeah. That. Well, that's definitely a battleship. Nope, 2, not 32, thank you. Done. And the same with our battleship. I'll take you out. Don't know if you're much use. We already have the battle pods in here. Again, you take away space quite a bit. Don't need you that often. First we need to survive the combat, then we can bomb planets. And if that takes any longer, it doesn't matter, we still have a fleet to defend ourselves with, right? So you're working on auto fire. Well then, by all means, go auto fire. Let's do 15. Let's do 15 here. Let's go crazy with this. And then go crazy with this. Alright, that's too crazy for this. Then we do it like that. Don't really need that here. How much are you? 46. Take out. Anything else you would like to have instead? What? Shield capacitor, battle pods, reinforced hull. Well, of course, you. And now we have some more room. Gorgeous. Not enough room. Not so gorgeous. Just put you back in. Yeah, just keep it at 2, otherwise I get confused. So, let's see how that changes things. Quite a lot. You're now way more expensive than before. You're a bit more expensive than before, but we get better ships. So now we do want to produce those destroyers, right? Show me. Escort. 19 turns for 5. Or 1 and 4. What's the difference here? Command points is 10. 2 per destroyer, doesn't matter. Command points 2 per destroyer. Alright. 588, so that's around double of this. Well, if this is around double of this in cost, why does this take 4 turns and this takes 5 times as much? Don't understand. I'm gonna stick with these, so we can turn them out one by one. Yeah. Now what I'm missing here is an endless build option. Just, you know, button up here, repeat. So, give me all of those and you go way back here. We need to have some ships very fast. What I want to do is basically build up a fleet that's roughly what the enemy threw at us. You want to have a number of capital ships, like 3 Titans, 5 battleships, and the rest is destroyers, and with that we're just gonna annihilate them. Unless they come towards us and annihilate us first. So, haven't done much in this episode so far, except for preparing a lot of things. Let's see what happens if we actually do 1 or 2 turns here before we end this. Oh, how cute. Battle station complete. More command points, yes. I'm not worried about you. You go on hold. So the only thing I'm really worried about is that these guys take enough offense to go through that wormhole and appear here, and we have nothing to defend ourselves with. Except for this guy. So you're on hold there, on guard. Everybody who joins you will be on guard as well. No need to worry about that. Can I actually upgrade you? No, I cannot, because you're a template that doesn't exist anymore. Good. That's not good. Let's do it this way. And throw in you. Don't want to buy that. We need our money for the war effort. That doesn't change a thing. It's okay. Go.
War is the ender of lives. For those born tomorrow, we wish peace.
Why? You could just come over and destroy us. Yeah, known fleets. We have seen their fleet. We should know that there's at least 1 fleet. You know what? I'm going to accept this.
We would advise against your current policy.
I don't care what you advise. You are no threat by any means, and we are in an alliance, so you can keep your war going. Yeah, you can keep your war going. Don't care. So now we're at least at peace for the moment, so they won't attack us. We have time to knock out those ships. Perfect. Well, that's a good thing. We didn't want that war in the first place, and now we have peace again. After a couple of turns only. So we're going to concentrate our effort on knocking out these ships. We have a 20-turn peace treaty. Once that is over, we're going back to the offense. Definitely, we have to do this. This is something we can't tolerate. They can't just win against us. No, not you. You. Where do we stand? We caught up quite a bit here. Well, they left us behind quite a bit here now. Almost there. Overtaking us on that. Not by much. So let's have a quick look. Oh yeah. See, that's the ships we took from them, and this is us. That hurt, man. That hurt. Getting there. See, this is the reason why I want to have our artificial life research going. We need to get stronger. We need to overtake them in population. More population, more production, more research, more credits, all of that. And we're going for the credits pretty soon. If we can buy these ships when they're in production for, let's say, 4 or 5 turns, then effectively these ships only take 4 or 5 turns. They won't be able to keep up with that production rate. So look, it's at 13 turns now. It's already taken 4 turns. It's now at 6,700 to buy. If we can manage to get 6,700 per turn, Or, well, in that case, we have about 4 turns to build up to that money, so that's, what, 1,300 or something like that? 1,600? Let's say we get 2,000 per turn, which is not that much off. If we get the plus 100% due to that special building, come on, all the way over here. If we can get, no, it's not that. That. If we can get that, plus 100%. If you look at our costs here, structure upkeep, 654 and all that, this will stay the same, but the income will go up. So we get 1,122 in taxes, 50 in structures. So that's 1,172 plus resources. That's the planets that have the gold icon. That's 1,184. Now do a plus 100% on that. That's 2,400 roughly. And then you can deduct the structure upkeep, which will be the same, and fleet and development and all that stuff. So if we deduct, let's say, 700, and we get 2,400, we had 1,700. Oh, math, English, nothing works today. 1,700. Well, times 4 is what? 6,4, right? Yeah, 6,400. What did we say we need? Per ship? 6,7. So we would be able to buy a ship every 5 turns and still have some money that we could use somewhere else. That's what we're going for. This production is nice, but it really only serves to knock down the first couple of turns. If this would be like 60 turns and we wait 5 turns, then it's 55 turns. This would still be a lot higher. So taking off as much as we can from this from this buyout cost is good, but then we need to be able to buy it. So that's a, well, two-front effort really. We need that production to have a fast production queue, to knock a lot of money off very fast in a really reduced number of turns, and after this reduced number of turns, 4 or 5 turns, we need to have that money available to buy the rest of the production. That's what we're going for. It's what we're always going for, and that works. Money is so overpowered in this game. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. If you like the video, subscribe for more, leave a comment if you feel like it. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. See you soon.